You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Always Florida. When you hear crazy stuff, you can always say, it's Florida. Check this out. A state trooper is under investigation because he followed and tased a teen who looked suspicious. 16-year-old Jack Rodeman was on his way to his girlfriend's house when State Trooper George Smyrnios approached him in the patrol car. Rodeman ran through bushes into his girlfriend's backyard. That's when the trooper chased him and approached him with his taser drawn. Watch the video.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'll do a reset. So check this out. This is what the trooper actually said. His behavior, demeanor, and body language appeared to be a burglar. It looked to me like he had just committed a crime or was about to commit a crime. Roland was arrested and charged with failing to obey a lawful order. They always use that one. Resisting without violence. They always use that one. Possessing fewer than 20 grams of marijuana. However, his mother says she's going to use racially profiled. She's going to sue the Florida Highway Patrol for excessive force. He is still on active duty while Florida Highway Patrol investigates the incident. Is the video down ready? Go roll the video, please.
Put your hands behind your back. Oh, ow! Ow! Stop! Put your hands behind your back. I'm going to do it again.
I didn't see you commit a crime, but you look like you just did. I'm trying to figure out what the hell that looked like.
America?
Yeah, I mean, police have the ability to stop you if they have a reasonable suspicion of you having done something or doing something. And it doesn't extend to just you are in a place that I don't think you should be. There's standards to that. And so I think, and the use of force because he is not complying with you when, again, what is your reasonable suspicion? Looked suspicious doesn't cut it.
He looked like he just either robbed someplace or he was on his way to robbing someplace.
That I went to law school 24 years ago, and that is not what I learned in criminal law. That ain't it.
Yeah, that's not it. Amisha, go ahead.
Well, when I look at that video, the young boy, he was on his phone. He wasn't really a threat or anything of that nature. My thing is, we always talk about black parents have this conversation with their sons. When an officer approaches you, you follow the guidelines. And it didn't really look like the boy was really paying attention to the officer. What part of the responsibility was it for the boy to kind of comply or talk to the officer? Just my thoughts.
I mean, I'll just say this because I've been chased by a lot of police officers in my life as a black man who grew up on the west side of Chicago. And part of what sometimes goes through your head is get to a safe space. Mm-hmm. Get to a place where there are people who can testify. Because the reality is if you are alone as a black male in America and a police officer is coming up to you for whatever reason, the first thing I usually want is somebody else in that space.
Right.
I've driven my car into my neighbor's driveway because I know for a fact if somebody else sees it, I might have a chance. Could that have made it worse? Absolutely. Is that what I shouldn't have done? Probably.
Yeah, but you were essentially a witness.
I need a witness.
Right.
I need a witness because my black skin is not enough of a witness. My testimony is not enough of a witness. Police have the benefit of the doubt. They've had that since they were started as slave patrol. They have the benefit of the doubt in America. And the reality is many black young people and just black folks know when it comes down to it, It's going to take a lot to convince any judge, any jury, any person, including your potentially your lawyer, that it wasn't you and you shouldn't cop a plea and these sorts of things. So I'm just saying, like, there's a psychology behind it as well, where it's not just about what the law says, how black parents teach their kids and this sort of a thing. When you're in that moment, it's different.
I'm just still trying to figure out.
What's suspicious?
He looked like he either just robbed something,
Roland, we've been
or
doing
he's
that
on
for
his
years.
way to robbing something.
That's generational.
No. I'm just trying to figure out how you even let that come out your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
you
even
don't
in
say
this
that
day and
publicly.
age,
Yeah,
you
don't say
go,
that.
I might not want to say that publicly.
I mean, you started with it's Florida. So
Right.
I mean, for me, I'm so tired of videos. But, I don't want to watch another video. And just watching him hit the ground like that looked like he could have had other injuries, It's just sad and scary. And even having to say, what should he have done? What should the cop have done? This is not our responsibility. These are our communities. That's not he's supposed to keep us safe. So, it's bold for him to say that. I can't believe he said that, but in some ways I can, because what he looked like he looked black. So that's why he looks suspicious.
This is why I'm just going to go ahead and beat this drum again. This is why I said early in this conversation, the question around police reform and policing has to be had around the question of what is the best mechanism for creating safety, not just creating security, not allowing it to go through the lens of cognitive biases or anti-blackness or happenstance, or I hope he had a black girlfriend and he'll say that on the stand one day. Not that kind of stuff, but actually saying what produces safety in our communities, what reduces the probability of bias informing an officer in how they not only stop someone, but how they use of force to subdue someone for something that the officer made up in their mind.
Right.
That then that person has to then go through the legal process to then free themselves from something that literally never existed in the earth outside of an officer's mind.
Wow.
That police are not creating safety. They are there as security. There's a difference.
Folks, back to our Roland Unfiltered video in just one moment. Steve got all these jobs, got all this money, got all these awards. He talk about God and the Lord and his wife all the time. So he was over here talking, and his wife was there, and I knew it was his wife, so I walked up behind her and gave her a kiss on the cheek. The projects in Steve came out in about 10 seconds, because he was like, I'm hearing some kissing over here. Who the hell is kissing my wife?
Well, Roland, you leaned into and you was doing this just to aggravate me, and I heard it out my ear, and I went, okay, man, I don't know who this brother is, but Essence is about to be different. And I spun, and it was the ignorant Roland Martin messing with me. But hey, man, you know how I feel about that girl. So it was quite interesting, and I had to apologize because the CEO of Essence was standing right there, and me and Roland almost turned the festival out. It would have been quite different.
Now, speaking of turn the festival out, we also are always on our pocket square game. Always.
Now, I got to give Roland credit. We always battling each other for the different looks. Pocket squares are something we kind of specialize in. We try to make it. This is topping the game right now. This I've never seen. I will be stealing this look. As soon as I find the people from out of this country that he bought this stuff from, and I get a proper email, I'll be sending to China or wherever he bought Japan or Yugoslavia, wherever they made this, and I will be looking. That is hot. I got to give it to you. That's the best pocket square I've ever seen.
Now, last piece. Steve is a big golfer. I'm a big golfer. So when we going to have this golfing brothers thing?
See, Roland, you're trying to talk me into something that you've been doing a lot longer than I. See, you've been playing golf since college.
I took it as my PE at Texas A&M in '87.
See, right there, I picked up golf after Tiger won the Masters. And then I bought a set of clubs and played with a custom set of clubs for 5 years without a lesson. I can't tell you the bad stuff I've ingrained into this swing. I just now started going over the top. I just cut that out.
Okay.
So, and I'm playing good though. I'm playing good for me. Well, what's your best score?
77.
That'll never happen here.
Well, Rodney Green is working with him. He's our good friend as well. But
77. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm taking a full-page ad out in the USA Today.
all right, folks, don't forget this Friday, the virtual festival, Essence Fest Live Loud Virtual Festival begins this Friday. You can go to essencestudio.com, essence.com. The virtual festival will take place Friday through Sunday, and then, of course, it takes place again next weekend, July 2nd through the 4th. On Monday, we're going to have a recap of the first weekend of the virtual festival. And then, of course, on July 5th, we're going to have a recap of the second weekend.